welcome. I'm so excited to have you here today. I am Rebecca Ann, and you can find me at therebeccaann.com. And I am the forgiveness guru, a light life coach, truthing blogger, and feminine leader. Here to remind the world that the way back to love is through forgiveness. So beautiful, guys. I'm so happy to have you here today. It's a beautiful day in Milan. This is my cozy Milano apartment. All 150 square feet of it. Very small, but I love it. No, it's so cute. I have my beautiful flowers and a candle lit today. I am just feeling all the fall feels right now. Okay, I want to dive in deep. So today I'm going to talk about a story from last week. So it's still very fresh. It's a story from last week about how I denied my self-care, I denied my intuition, how I denied my self-care over and over again, what that looked like, how that felt by Friday, and the beautiful spiritual experience I'm calling that I had at the spa on Saturday, and then a change of events or a turn of events on Sunday to Monday. That's what I'm calling this. But I'm so excited to have you here today. I want you to know if you see me peer down, it's just because I have my notes down there because I want to keep this rolling. I want to keep this going so I don't get stuck in one part of the story because sometimes, I like to riff-raff. But here we are. Here we go, guys. I'm so happy to have you here today. Okay, so last week was my sister's birthday, and it is my angel sister's birthday, and my sister passed away. Her name was Helen. Helen passed away 4.5 years ago due to accidental opioid overdose, and it was her birthday last week. So if any of you know or you're very familiar with grief, you know that when it comes time for those people in heaven's birthdays here on earth, it's hard for us, right? A lot of emotions come up, and I definitely felt a lot of emotion come up for me. I felt a lot of things come up for me. But I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't really look at it, and I'm going to talk about that. I didn't really look at it. I denied my self-worth, so I was already kind of feeling emotions with my sister's birthday because we were very close and we always spend every birthday together. And also, I was launching a really big program, my women's support group called Soul Purpose Circle. So I was launching and I was feeling a lot of emotions, and I denied myself care because I became so obsessed with emails, making emails, returning emails, posting on social media at the perfect time, posting on stories, making sure everyone heard my launch, everyone was hearing my offer. I became so obsessed with the online world. I was literally all day like head buried in my laptop. It was not cool. It was not fun. And I wasn't enjoying myself. I wasn't having fun, and I wasn't feeling joyful. And people could probably feel that through my energy, right? So I wanted to give you some of the things. This is why I became obsessed with my laptop. I was obsessed with social media, scrolling through social media to numb, right? I know you might do it too, guys. I know. Let's call ourselves out. I was sending so many emails. I had a to-do list this long that I was like, has to get done right now. That's what I was saying to myself. I wasn't sleeping enough, so I was having so much angst and anxiety about the launch, my sister's birthday, and all these emotions coming up and I was just like denying them and kind of shoving them down a little bit, that I wasn't sleeping enough. I was having all this angst and anxiety. When I would go to bed, I would literally just sit there until like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, and I was just like, oh my God. Right? Has that happened to you? Yeah, it's like your mind just keeps going and going, and I couldn't get myself to calm down, and I was just feeling all this angst inside. I was literally like playing meditations, playing everything to get myself to sleep. What else? Yeah, I couldn't fall asleep because I felt so much angst. I didn't eat enough. I literally was barely eating throughout the day because I was just so buried in my laptop. I was so buried in getting on calls with everyone. I was so buried in everything else but myself. This is all part of denying myself my self-care. Yeah, these are all the things that happened when I was denying my self-care. I want to make that really crystal clear. And I was denying my intuition over and over again. I kept getting these intuitive hits all last week before my sister's birthday that I needed to slow down and that I needed to make an appointment at this one specific spa. I don't know why it was this specific spa. I have no idea why, but it was. This is just what my intuition was leading me to. There's no rhyme or reason for it sometimes, guys. Sometimes you just have to roll with it. But yeah, after a week of the insanity, the insanity is what I'm calling it, and running and numbing with social media and having so much anxiety and angst around going to bed at night and not being able to sleep, by Friday, I was left feeling hungover. By Friday, I felt so hungover off of expectation, off of the online world. I was feeling so hungover, like I had just been on like an alcohol binger for 5 days, and I don't even drink anymore. And I just felt so disconnected from myself. And a person who is super intuitive, I'm very intuitive, I'm a major empath, as some of you may know. I felt that really scared me when I didn't feel connected to myself, or I felt like I couldn't feel how I was feeling. I felt very off. I felt like something wasn't lining up. I felt like my head was over here, my body was over here. If someone resonates with that, that's how I was feeling. And I was just like, oh my God, I woke up on Friday and I'm trying, okay, once again, I wake up, I'm like trying to push through masculine energy, get done, get the emails done, then you can rest. Do this, then you can rest. Post on social media, then you can rest. Set up these 10 emails, then you can rest. And I was just kept pushing. And finally by the afternoon, I texted my coach. I was like, listen, I'm really struggling over here. Like something's going on. I don't feel like I'm in tune with myself. I'm trying to get all this work done, and I'm trying to meditate, and I'm trying to get into my zone so I can bust out some emails and do some calls and everything. And she was like, you need to go on a walk to gather your thoughts, to get with yourself. You know, you're probably feeling disconnected from yourself and everything. And I was like, oh shit, she's probably right. Okay. So I went on a walk that afternoon, and on the walk, it just felt so good to just like walk and just not even look at my phone, just look around in nature and awe and so much gratitude and everything. And I really tried to practice that. And I just felt, and on the walk, I kept feeling that intuition that I needed to go to the spa ASAP. I needed to let my body rest. I needed a massage because I was so tense from the week I just had, because I pushed myself so hard and far for my limits. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I got back from a walk, kept putting off booking the massage, kept putting it off. Literally an hour before the freaking massage, the spa closes, I call them and I'm like begging for an appointment on Saturday. Like, please, do you have anything? And they're like, finally, they're like, yes, we have. Okay, we can do 12:30 p.m. tomorrow. I'm like, oh, yes, thank you, God. I'll take it. So I'm like, okay, awesome. I've got my self-care set up for tomorrow. Everything will be fine tomorrow. And yeah, so then Saturday at the spa, I go to the spa, I have like what I'm calling the spiritual experience at the spa. It was a regular spa. It's not that it was anything spiritual about it, but it was because I was coming back to myself. I was putting myself first. I woke up, literally juiced my celery, had some fruit, and went to the spa, and just for the day chose that I'm just going to focus on myself. I'm not going to look at emails, social media, or anything else. I'm just going to focus on myself and what I needed and listen to my intuition. And so that felt so good. That's why it felt like a spiritual experience. And I had a big realization. So I was sitting in the steam room, which, by the way, the steam room was amazing. Like, I love steam rooms, but this one was like the steamiest of the steam. But I was sitting in the steam room, I was meditating and everything, and I just was having this realization, and this huge realization came up for me while I was in meditation. And this is the voice that came through, the voice of my inner guide, the voice of my intuition said, how do you expect to launch your program, Soul Purpose Circle, where you're going to support 12 plus women through transformation and growing, and support them when you can't even support yourself? Yep, that's the voice that came through. And I was like, oh shit, holy shit. And this voice just kept throwing through. How do you expect to do this? How do you expect to get people to sign up for Soul Purpose Circle when you can't even support yourself first? Because we can only really support other people as much as we support ourselves, right? We can only give as much to other people as much as we've given to ourselves first. And like, my inner guide was having a real chat with me and was like, yeah, Rebecca, this shit's not gonna work. This is not how it's going to go down. If you're going to, we sent you this beautiful divine program as a divine download, Soul Purpose Circle. And if we're going to send you these 12 women to be supported by you, you have to learn to support yourself first. You have to learn to put your self-care first. You've got to learn to wake up every day and look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. And you need to wake up every day thinking about what you need first before what anyone else needs. You don't need to wake up rushing into email, social media, posting, and doing everything else for everyone. You need to wake up for you and look at you. And I was just like, holy shit. So I had this huge realization, guys, that I have got to support myself more. I have got to allow myself more self-love. I have got to open up my space more in the morning and around lunchtime and around evening time for more self-care, more meditation, more quiet time with myself, more journaling, and more just listening to my body, listening to my intuition, right? Because it was feeling so cut off. So that was the major revelation that I was having. And I was just like, holy crap, it's so right. How can I'm coaching clients one-on-one, and I'm launching Soul Purpose Circle, and I'm going to be, holding space for 12 plus women. And to do that, I have to support myself. I have to learn to support myself. So I was, meditating, and then something else that came up for me too. I was like, okay, I understand. I need to support myself more. I need more self-love. I've really got to dive deep into this. Because I have the tendency to support everyone else, and make everyone else feel uplifted. But I've got to turn that around where I do it for myself first, and then I do it for other people. And this mantra kept coming through while I was sitting in meditation in the steam room. I was sitting there, and this mantra kept coming through. And the mantra is, I am the state of allowing and receiving. I am in the state of allowing and receiving. I am in the state of allowing and receiving. And I was just like, holy crap, that is beautiful. This is exactly what I needed. This is exactly the mantra I need right now, because I'm not feeling completely supported. I'm not feeling like I'm open up to allowing and receiving right now. So and my intuition and my inner guide just gave me this mantra to focus on. It was so beautiful. I want you to say it with me. I am in the state of allowing and receiving. I am in the state of allowing and receiving. I am in the state of allowing and receiving. Say it 3 times, and you can keep saying it as a mantra in your head to help yourself be open to allowing and receiving support from others, right? Okay. So that's all good and dandy. Saturday was amazing. The spa was amazing. I have an amazing massage therapist. I was feeling so relaxed, so blissed out. It was amazing. So Sunday comes around, and I'm like, okay, we've got to deal with the support problem I have going on. Like I obviously have a problem. A big story that was coming up for me is around support. But in particular, what was coming up for me was the story that I am not opening myself or allowing myself to be supported financially by my clients, by my friends, and by my family, right? I don't know if anyone else struggles with this, but this was up for me, was allowing, and I could hear my inner guide saying it, allowing support, financial support from my clients, and allowing financial support from my friends, from my family, and strangers even, whatever it may be. So I was doing some deep releasing on Sunday. My coach has a program called the Money Mindset System. So I was diving deep into that because I knew it was having to do around financial support. So I was going in and releasing old childhood memories around money and just releasing all of this stickiness I had around receiving financial abundance, about being abundant in money and cash flow and everything. And I was going really deep in this, y'all. I was diving deep, going into the wounds and picking out the weeds and throwing it away and choosing to release it. I was doing some heavy duty work. It was beautiful. It was amazing. I did it for quite a few hours. And then by the afternoon, and then that night, I am vacuuming. I'm vacuuming my little apartment with this little vacuum I have that's like literally this big, where you have to basically be down on your hands and knees vacuuming the floor. And I'm vacuuming, and all of a sudden I feel this like spasm in my lower back, right? I feel like the spasm in my lower back. And I was just like, oh, and I literally crippled to the ground in so much pain. And this has happened to me before. This has happened to me several times before, by the way. I want you to know that. So I crippled to the ground in so much lower back pain, right? And I'm just like, holy shit, I'm on the verge of tears. I'm a tough cookie, but I'm literally on the verge of tears. And my boyfriend comes running over. He's like, holy shit, are you okay? Is everything okay? And I was just like taking deep breaths, like trying to calm myself down. And I was just like, oh my gosh, it hurts so much. And so I was just like trying to like heat it and put ice on it, you know, all the things you need to do. And I woke up the next morning and I'm just like, why is this back thing what is this back thing trying to teach me? I'm trying to have gratitude for it, and I'm trying to like be like, okay, it's probably teaching me something, which it is. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's because, and I talked to someone on Instagram, I'm like, okay, maybe it's because I did so much heavy like duty releasing and letting go of anger, resentment, and childhood memories and everything. And maybe that's it. I was just releasing a lot. So my lower back was just releasing or something. And then I get on a coaching call with my coach, and she pretty much gives me a smackdown. And I want to tell you this quote. And this is what she says. And she goes, this is the quote. She goes, oh, honey, I tell her the whole story, guys, right? I tell her the whole story, my back. I worked the money mindset. I did a lot of releasing. I think it's because of the anger and resentment and releasing childhood memories and blah, 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 a bunch of bullshit. And it's not bullshit. It was real, but it's just like, I was like giving her this whole story. And at the end, she goes, honey, your back isn't crippling in pain because you were releasing anger and resentment and childhood memories. It's crippling in pain because you aren't allowing support in your life. You aren't allowing yourself and receiving support in your life. And I was just like, oh shit, she just called me out. I was like, oh my gosh, she is so right. This is the story that keeps coming up for me. It's been coming up for me for months that I don't feel supported. I don't feel supported. I have to do everything myself or nothing else gets done the way I want it. And I was just like, oh my God, she's so right? Like, and she was like, you have to let people in to support you. You have to let your clients financially support you. You have to be open and willing to receiving the support from the universe. And she's going on this tangent. I'm just like, oh my God, she's so right. This is up for me. This story's up for me. And what did the universe do? The universe created this beautiful program I'm supposed to launch that was literally going to trigger the F out of me about support and basically trigger me into having to deal with this story and deal with these emotions, right? That's what the universe does. This was an assignment for me and that I had to show up for. So by Monday, so I'm having the coaching call and I'm having this huge revelation. I'm like, holy shit. Okay. Yeah. I know the truth in this story. I know I need to let it go. And she asked me this question and she's like, well, what do you need to do so you feel supported by yourself? And I was like, okay, well, obviously more self-care. So what I've decided is more self-care. And how I'm going to do that is in the morning when I wake up, I check in with myself. I do my meditation. I do my yoga, whatever I need to do to make myself feel supported and loved. At lunchtime, also, I'm having another check-in with myself. If I need to meditate or take a walk or whatever that needs to look like, or eat a healthy lunch by myself and just sit with my thoughts, that's fine. I have another check-in. And then I have another check-in time before dinner, like late afternoon, where I can take a walk, take a breather, go to the grocery store, do whatever I need to do and just check in with myself, right? So we kind of scheduled these times that I'm going to start taking care of myself and really emphasizing that in the morning I need to wake up and take care of myself first before I can go on replying to emails and taking care of other people, right guys? Sorry, I'm trying to go through all this really quickly. Sorry, my hair is being insane too. Okay, so through all of this, I'm like, okay, this is what I have to do. I have to be open and willing, allowing and receiving to open up to receiving support, financial support. Specifically for me, I don't know if this story is for you, but I have to open up and allow myself to receive financial support from my clients, from my friends, from my family, from strangers, and from the universe. If I want to receive and I want to receive this financial abundance, I have to be open to receiving it. I have to be allowing it into my aura and into my life. So I have to open up this energy and open up my heart chakra, right? And I'm just having this revelation and this mantra, right, that I kept talking about. I am in the state of allowing and receiving. I am in the state of allowing and receiving. So I'm reaching out to everyone right now who is feeling a lack of support, who is feeling like they are not being supported. If you're having the lower back pain, you're having the anxiety that keeps you up at night and you're scrolling through Instagram, you're replying to emails, freaking out, having so much angst and anxiety, and your lower back is hurting or your back anywhere is hurting, that I give you the permission to be supported. Right now, right here in this time-space reality, as Abraham Hicks says, I give you the permission to be supported. How does that feel for you? How does that feel? Be real with yourself. I give you permission to be supported, and I give myself permission to be supported, to be financially supported by my clients, by my friends, by my family, by strangers, and by the universe. And this is where I move into, and I sit here like this with my heart open and allowing and receiving, and I declare and I decide that I am open to allowing financial abundance to move into my life, for my clients to pay my premium prices for my amazing content and my amazing work, because I am worthy of it, because because I'm putting out all of this high vibrational work into the world, and I deserve to be compensated. I deserve to feel supported and financially supported and emotionally supported by the people I help too. And this is what I decide, and this is what I declare right now. And I want you to declare it with me. I want you, and I'm opening up this space for you to decide that you are ready for support, that you are ready for a support system. You are ready to receive the support from the universe that is so ready there to help you. And I invite you in, and I want you to know about my women's support group, Soul Purpose Circle, where this is what we are covering. Everything we just talked about, this is what we're covering, and I'm going to be learning along with you just as much. I understand I am the teacher, and I'm going to teach you about forgiveness, releasing, letting go of resentment, and I will teach you about energy, and I will teach you about becoming miracle-minded and inviting love back into your life and creating healthier relationships and letting go of everything that's holding you back. I can teach you all those things. I've done those things, but I'm going to be right along there with you with the support and allowing ourselves to give and receive support. And this is just going to, Soul Purpose Circle is just going to be such a beautiful exchange of all of us just like leaning into one another and giving support and receiving it back. And it's going to be so amazing and transformational, because we're gonna be all doing this work together. You know, I understand if you're not really good at leaning into support, because that's where I am too, but guys, we're gonna work at it. We're gonna get good at it. We're gonna transform. We're gonna change. So join me for Soul Purpose Circle. This is a women's support group made of 4 women, right? It's made of 4 women who are ready to transform, for epic change, to grow, become miracle-minded, to show their authenticity to the world, and all the things, and all the beautiful things. And this is for the women who are ready to bring that support into their life. They are ready to feel supported and allow and receive support in their life. So I'm so excited to have you along for Soul Purpose Circle. Reach out to me. You can find me at theblueempath@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook or Instagram at theblueempath, or my website is therebeccaann.com. I'm so excited to have you here today. I hope you enjoyed this talk. Sorry, I'm like flipping my hair and everything. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I want you to know that I give you the permission to be supported financially, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. You are ready to lean into your Soul Circle sisters for support and to come together in love and grace and compassion and be there for one another. We would be so excited to have you. We'd be so blessed to have your beautiful energy with us. I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you enjoyed my story. I'm signing off from Milano, guys. I love you all so much. I'm sending you all so much love, so many blessings coming your way. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day. Ciao!